We'll be pasting this on the Fast Track Alliance website. What we're going to be doing today is we've done a lot of extensive work. We did a very early training session for many of you guys when we first put the site up several months ago. Of course, we've done extensive work on the site since then, getting things ready, and really, what's really great about this particular website is rather than taking a generic website and kind of molding it for our team, this has been a site that's been created from our team, from the ground up, and from our processes, and you're going to see that in a moment as we go through it. And so what I'm going to be doing today is answering the most often questions. I'm going to be showing you the features that people are utilizing as they use the sites and the services, and what we're going to do is probably on the next training call we'll be doing some detailed training stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and pop through and just sit back, listen, enjoy. Hopefully you're online, on the internet watching. If you're just on the phone, you can listen in as well, but we'll be having everything on the screen and on the website. So one of the questions that I'm asked the most often is, what on the website is free? What on the website does cost $9 a month? And I'm going to kind of go through that first off. And what you're going to find out is, as we go through the website features that are free, you're going to find out that it's just about everything. Okay, first thing you're going to have is the news of the website, and that's where you're going to find your latest team news, your trainings, your recognition, as things happen, events that are popping up. We have an event calendar online, and that's so that you can see local, regional, national events. We're even starting to take that, as Barry and I were talking yesterday. We're really going to be taking that and making sure that you know where the leaders are, which city they're in as they're traveling around, so that when Tony and Debbie is out in Phoenix, then we'll be able to connect them up with someone we know in Phoenix and stuff. So we're going to be doing that with our event calendar. Of course, the training section, you're going to see tons of business and product training. Much of this was information that we got from Jennifer's amazing site and some of the product training and stuff. And, of course, we also record all the audio. So at every call, like the Saturday call we just recorded, will be online. We got resources for you downloading your templates and your presentations, and there's a team store. So I'm going to pop through these real quick, show you a little bit about what you get. But what you're going to find out is that there's just an extensive feature set on the site for free. So really, whether you're going to use the website to do any business building or just stay connected, there's no reason that everyone in our community should not absolutely sign up for the website, especially for the free part. Now, as far as getting news, what you really want to do is just go to the homepage. When you go to the homepage, what's going to happen is that you're going to, this is where you're going to find out the latest news and things are posted. You can come online and you can scroll. You'll see news things. You'll have all the latest content will be listed over here on the side. You're also going to have things like your recording. So whenever you have a team call, when you click on that, you're going to hear, and that's a recording. You'll hear Tony talking from last month Saturday's call. You're going to have the upcoming events calendar. Of course, you're going to be able to buy your team tools like the TerraPads over on the right. Here's our videos, Roger Barnett's keynote presentation, those types of things. As you go through that, the homepage is really going to be everything you're going to find for that's where we post things that are brand new. So if nothing else, what you want to do is you want to get on the website and continually go to the homepage just to see what's new. Now, many of you, the guys that are more advanced, you probably noticed that you can hit the subscribe button, and you can subscribe to content, and that way, as things are posted, then you will actually be notified as things happen. So the homepage is the place to go to news. And now the event calendar is the place to go for events. And what's good about the event calendar is this is going to take you and show you your team calls. It's going to show you what the conference recording is, the numbers, those types of things. If it's a local meeting, it'll have a Google Map, so it'll show you the directions to your local meetings and stuff. And what we're going to do is that's going to be set up so not only we enter them, you'll be able to enter all the events yourself as well. So when you've got an event coming up in your area, you can post it on the team calendar, and we'll make it easy for people to find those as well. And, again, we're going to be doing even more extensive work putting the leadership group on there so that we can know where they're going to be at and we can connect up people. Now, the training section of the Fast Track Alliance website, what you're going to find out when you go into the Academy section, the menu up top, you're going to see a training, and you're going to find 3 different areas of training, product training, business training, and then the Fast Start training. Well, the product training, these are going to be really all those wonderful webinars that Jennifer Glacken and her team have put together that we've duplicated over here on our site, so that it's just a great place if you're training on any of the product information. There's just an extensive amount of information they've got put together. On the business training, then that's where we put information. So you're going to find out anytime we've got training on how to show the plan, like when Tony and Debbie did a recording on how to use the TerraPad and show the plan, that's going to go in the business training section. And, of course, the Fast Track training is training on the Fast Tracker application, which is some of the website training, and that's got videos that will allow you to continue training on the website, and you'll find some of even the day's training will probably be placed over there. Now, the recordings is probably one of the most popular areas of the site right now, and the reason for that is that we take every conference call that's made, and we record it and put it online pretty much as soon as the recording is over, as quickly as we can get to it anyway. And so anytime that you have a recording that you miss and you miss the team call, for example, like next week, we're going to be in New York. We're Peggy and I are flying up to New York, so we probably are not going to be on the Saturday team call next week, but we'll catch up and hear it by going to the recording section. Now, also what we're doing is we record webinars. So webinars like this are online as well. But we've also got the conference recordings on here as well, and this has been great because we've been taking the audios and the videos from the conference. And so not only do we have some from the field events, but also from the Shaklee events as well, so that you can come online and review these and watch these. And so that's just another great feature set, is having access to all the recordings. One of the nice things about this, if you notice on the menu on the right, you see audio podcast. We even have all of our audio recordings put in a podcast. And for those of you that don't know what a podcast means or how that works, basically you can use your iTunes, your iPhone, or your iPod, or your iPad, or really pretty much any device that can get an RSS feed, and you can subscribe to the podcast. And then what happens is every time we place a team call on the website, it goes to your iPhone automatically. It goes there. You don't even have to do anything. It just shows up because you subscribe to it, and that's a feature we've got on there as well. So, again, the conference recording section and all the recording sections are also free on the site and available to every member of the team, we're on the site or not. The forum section is definitely one of the most popular sections of the site, because this is really where we truly try to take all the forms that you find out, because we found that Shaklee's got so many forms. So if you're trying to find the application, if you're trying to find the EFT form, those forms on the site, they're maybe difficult to find. And so we took the most common forms for the Shaklee on the Shaklee form section. The product form section is where you can go in, and we've got all the forms that we found out that help you sell products. So we've got H2 brochures and Vivix brochures and comparisons to cost comparisons between our products, all those types of things. And then we've also got the form section for the team forms. And the team forms is where you would find forms like our if you want the PDF of our presentation. So if you want to do the business presentations yourself on your own iPad or your own PowerPoint, we've got those pasted online. We've also got the TerraPad presentation. We've got our Fast Tracker tracking sheet. And so we've got a pretty extensive form library, and as as forms get updated, we continuously take those and put them online. And so, again, the forms and the resources section, which is one of the most useful things, is another thing that continuously is updated, and that's free on the site as well. So, and the last section, the free section, is our team store, and that's really where any things we have that the Fast Track Alliance team wants to make available for our team to use as a resource, like our TerraPad. This is really the main product we got in the store right now is our TerraPad, but this is what we use to show the plan. And, of course, you can go online to the store. You can add it. It costs you a couple bucks shipping. You'll have them in a day or two from when you order them, and so it's going to be much, much less expensive than trying to print these yourself. In fact, because you get 50 of them for $10, so very inexpensive to do. But you're also going to find out that we'll place things like registration events, registering for the website, anything that we're going to do that's e-commerce related for our team. That's where we'll put them here in our team store. So what you're going to find out is that really, as far as people want to know what's free, everything but the Fast Tracker menu option on the site is free. So, I'm going to kind of show you what Fast Tracker is in a moment. But if you're registered for the site, you're going to see all these options on the menu. You're going to see the event, you're going to see the training academy, and you're going to see the shopping and the help section, and you're going to see the recognition and the forms. You're going to get everything. But this little Fast Tracker application, this particular menu item, this one will be missing for you if you're not on the site. So let's talk about, if I do spend the $9 a month for the Fast Tracker application, what is it? So I'm going to kind of go through that and give you a quick demonstration on that, what the Fast Tracker application does, how to use it. We're not going to go into building strategies. We're going to do that probably in another training session because it would take too long to do that. But you're going to get a good idea today of exactly what it can do, and that's what we're going to show you next. So now, how the Fast Tracker application came out, one thing that you hear constantly from members, from Tony and from Debbie, Barry and Rhonda are real big on this, is they're constantly talking about you need to be a Fast Tracker, you need to show 15 plans a month. And, of course, that's something that we always had a goal for, but personally, you know, when we were at the conference and we saw Rookie of the Year, Tina Yang, and when someone asked her, how did you make Rookie of the Year, she said, well, I was real committed. I made 3 phone calls a day. I talked to one brand new person, and we did 2 follow-up calls. I made 2 follow-up calls, and we were thinking, you know, what a great way to be a Fast Tracker and do your 15 plans a month and your 4 plans a week is to have something that's going to measure, are you making those 3 calls a day? So that was really the beginning of the Fast Tracker application, and why most of you haven't seen this, because this has been developed since the Shaklee conference for us and for our team to use. Now, what this works, this is something that does cost $9.95 a month, but you're going to see a lot of features in this particular menu options. It's going to have a goal setting and tracking section, and so you can set your daily and your weekly contacting goals, and it's going to help track. It's also got accountability built in. We've heard Jennifer Glacken about a month ago. She had a wonderful training section she did on accountability, and you're going to find out with the Fast Tracker app, what you can do is you can pick someone on your upline that can be your coach or mentor. And then as you are making your contact and things, the system is going to send them notifications of activity that you're doing so that you can do that. You're also going to have extensive contact management features so that you can put your contacts, your warm and your cold market prospects in there. Sales cycle training, so you're going to train on every contact. You're going to have one-to-one marketing of your emails. You're going to have a personalized web page so that you can actually have a site, your own FT Alliance web page. So there's a lot that comes from this Fast Tracker section, and I'm going to kind of go through it real quickly. Now, on the goal setting, what you're going to do is the system is going to be automatically set up reasonable goals for you. So if you want to do your Fast Tracker, it's set for you to have a goal of 15 plans a month, which is 4 plans a week and 3 calls a day. Now, that may not be for everyone. If you want to make 1 phone call a day and do 3 plans a month, you can absolutely grow your Shaklee business. You can just change your goal section, and whatever you set as your goals, it's going to use it. But what's important about that is as you go through and you set your goals, there's going to be a little panel that pops up in your thing that's going to show you exactly what your status is. It's going to show you, all right, you've set to do 3 calls a day, and you've got a little progress bar that's going to show that you've done just one call. You know, if you're going to do if you've done your weekly goal, it's going to show that you have a goal to do 4 plans a week, and it's going to show you're halfway there. And then there's going to be a monthly goal, which is going to come through and show where are you at on your monthly goal. So you're going to have, every day you're going to have a panel that's going to show you how are you at making your daily, weekly, and monthly goal. And, of course, with the accountability section, it's going to come through and it's going to report that's not only to you, but it's also going to report it to your coach so that they can help hold you accountable as well. Now, of course, this panel is really going to be part of an overall panel, which is going to have your information on your contacts. It's going to have your calendar. It's going to have your website. You've got a complete control panel, and this control panel is really going to be there so that you can come in and run everything about your business. Now, in the accountability section, what you're going to find out is that you're going to come in and you're going to pick a coach. You're going to pick like someone that's going to be your mentor, and by putting their name. So, for example, people on my team, some of my directors, they'll put me as their mentor name and email, and then they have the option, do they want to send the goals and the weekly summary to me or not? And so you get to pick, you know, whether you have a coach, an accountability partner or not, and where you're going to send them notifications. But when you do that, what's going to happen is every time you make your 3 calls or your 4 plans or hit your Fast Tracker, you're going to get a congratulations email. So, for example, here's a couple of emails that came to me. For example, this is his daily goal accomplished by Paul Hendricks. I've gotten several of these this week because Paul's been doing awesome this week. But it would say, hey, he met his daily goal for this date, and it's going to say that he met his goals of 3, and he made 4 contacts. Or here's a great one. This was Linda Pierce. Linda Pierce actually was our very first Fast Tracker using the system. Won her an iPad, so that was kind of fun. And she ended up, you can see she met her monthly goals, 15 plans a month, and she's shown 16 plans in September. And so what's great about that is not only is it keeping her in touch with that, it's also communicating that information to me so that I can help coach her, or really more than anything else, is just if you are accountable to someone, you're much more likely to do it. Just kind of the same way you're trying to, if you're losing weight or quitting smoking, if you kind of keep that goal to yourself, not nearly as real it is when you communicate to someone else that you're going to do it, and when it's in writing, that makes it even that much more. So accountability is a huge part of this system. Now, it's also going to come in and give you details like how many contacts did you make, how many emails you sent. And so it'll also not only just give you the little individual emails, it'll kind of give you a detailed track as well. And, of course, on the contact management screen, you're going to have a complete contact management section with progress of all the different things. And so you can easily drill into a particular contact. You can see the things that are scheduled for them, calls you've made, emails you've sent. All those things are going to be very easy for you to work and to do your contacts. Now, the most important portion of this contact management section, though, is really going to be this action phase up top. Because what your goal is, it's really going to be take people through the 8-step pattern. And so when you go into contact, you're going to have a menu up top, and you can change the stage. And when you change the stage, this takes them through from being a new prospect to being a qualified to showing the plan. You move them through that cycle. And then you can log a call. When you have a call or a meeting with them, you log it, and, of course, that's going to track it and move your goal bar forward of making my 3 calls or my plans. When you leave a voicemail or note, then you can log that as well. And the reason we've got that separately from your log calls and meetings is that, you can absolutely, when you leave someone a voicemail, you want to record it on their contact record, but that's not going to really count towards your goal setting for your number of calls, because if you just leave a call, you're not going to build a big business if you leave 3 voicemails a day. And so we do track it, but we don't give you points for that. And, of course, when you schedule calls or meetings, what this does is this is twofold. What it does is let you schedule a call with someone, and really every time you meet with someone, you should be scheduling the next call. And so when you schedule the call or the meeting, this is going to give you a reminder 24 hours before the meeting. It's going to give you a reminder 1 hour before the meeting. It's also going to put it on your calendar, and so it's going to be giving you reminders so that you have an overall calendar of all your contacting activity, and you can do that. Now, the send email is what people probably enjoy most about the system, because we make it very easy to send really nice templated emails to your prospects and contacts. Now, you're never going to be able to build a business with emails and text messages. I mean, nobody says that more than I love hearing Tony talk about that. But it is a great follow-up tool. And so what happens is, as you go through this particular process, you're going to take them through the sales cycle by coming in and marking them. So, for example, as soon as they become qualified, you set them. When you've scheduled a plan, you change it to that. When you've shown them the plan, you put it on plan shown. As soon as you follow up with them, you make follow-up calls, and you're going to need to make 3 or 4 follow-up calls by the time you put someone in your business. And, of course, then you're going to need to continue to do that as you go through. And as you do that, then that's going to update your little green progress bar. With this progress bar, you're going to see one of these green bars on every particular contact, and it's going to start out all the way on the left side at probably about 0 or 10%. And as you move them to qualified, it's going to move the bar. When you schedule a meeting with them, it moves the bar. When you show them the plan, it moves the bar. And on every contact, not just your overall goals, on every contact, you're going to see where they're at in that prospecting and contacting cycle. So you'll know the ones that are nearing completion. And, of course, every time you make a follow-up call, it moves your bar forward, because the system knows that people normally aren't going to join your business after just one exposure to it. It's going to take you 3 or 4 times to do that. The system gives you some really good tools and some strategies on how to do that. Now, the one-to-one email marketing, as I mentioned, is the most powerful portion of the Fast Tracker section of the system. And that's going to make it easier for you to send targeted emails in just seconds. It's got a template library, and you can create your own. It's going to give you instant notification when an email is opened. You're going to get a detailed report of the activity. Super easy to use. Now, as I mentioned before, the one thing I want to make sure is that you can't build a business with emails. You cannot just send people emails and expect they're going to get into your business, or text messages. But you're also not going to find a better way to follow up with people and to send them. That was one of the things when the Internet first came out. That was really it did a lot of damage to network marketing in general, because in the old days we would take a videotape or a DVD or a series of cassettes, and we would drop them off with someone, And, of course, we would say, you need to watch this or look at it. And then, we would go back the next day and look at them. We would go the next day to pick that up because we probably spent $15 on that tape book. And so we didn't let them out. And I know many of you like me probably got $15 tapes all over the city that you bought and never picked up. But the thing is whether people listen to them or not, it wasn't the material, it was your follow-up section that really put them in the business. And so when the Internet came out and people started using the Internet, say, hey, just go to my website and stop the presentation, people will naturally stop following up as much. And so make sure that you use this as a great follow-up tool and don't use it as a reason not to follow up, because if you don't follow up, the fortune's always been in a follow-up that's going to be true. Now, I want to show you how this particular works, and this is going to kind of give you an idea of how. So I've got myself picked as a contact, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to pick an email template. And so I'm going to pick Discover the Fast Track Dream Plan. And then you see when I do that, it fills out the email filled out, and you'll see there's a link there that says Dream Plan, Signature. Those are merge fields that are going to get merged in. All I do is hit Send Email. And when I do that, it's going to send an email to my particular contact. It's going to record and show me, and when I pop over to the email, it's going to say, hey, Jim, when Tony showed me the Shaklee opportunity, blah, blah, blah. And when they click on that particular thing, it's going to take them to a video that I've picked. And so this one's going to show them the Fast Track Dream Plan because this was someone I wanted to share the plan with. And so they would click, and they're going to watch this particular 5-minute video. Now, what's great about this is while they're watching the video, things are going to be happening on our system, the track, and it's going to be sending me back a notification that, hey, my prospect is watching that video right now. So when he goes back over to my email, and I hit check email, there's a new email that's going to arrive, and the email says, Jim Fulford just clicked on the Dream Plan link, and it says the summary is going to be sent to you shortly. And so what this is really good for is when I send someone a presentation, I know when they watch at what time. And what this is really, you'll find it more useful for than anything else, is people sometimes, they will wait 2 months, and then they'll click on your email. And so all of a sudden, 2 months, and out of the blue, you get an email that someone's watching your presentation. Well, guess what? That evening or the next day is going to be a good time to give them a call back because obviously they're thinking about your business. So this is a very powerful thing. Now, also what happens is that the system is going to track, this is new, all of the activity that they do while they're on your personal Fast Tracker site, and it's going to send you a summary that's going to say, all right, if they watched this video and it was a 3-minute video and they watched 90% of it, or they watched 3%, and that way you'll know if somebody clicked on the video and just clicked it, or did they watch the entire thing. So again, this is just good information for you to have to see, what did they do while they were on your site, and so it helps you really stay on top of what people do. Now, the last thing you get for your $9.95 a month really is your very own FT Alliance webpage. So first of all, this is not meant to replace your Shaklee website. In fact, you really need to have a Shaklee website to use this because we actually link into your Shaklee website. But what we found out is that lots of times when you're very early in the prospecting game, you really don't want to send people to a site where they're going to be looking at prices and a lot of information because there's too much information for them early in the game. You want to have your very own site. And so if I've got fulford.myshaklee.com as my Shaklee website, then I will have fulford.ft Alliance as my website on FT Alliance. And that gives me a little web page where I can showcase, so you can go through the Fast Track Alliance site and you can pick the videos you want to use, or you can create your own. And it's going to also be a lead capture page and a business card and your social network links. And as I mentioned, there's a button that will link them to your Shaklee website as well. So what this does, let me show you this. That's probably all I have time for today. So I'm going to go to like.ftalliance.com, and it's going to come up with a simple page that people can go to, that your prospects can go to, and they've got a little bar on the right that they can go through and click to see which particular movies they want to click. So I pick the ones that I want them to see. So if I'm opportunity focused, you can find these are very opportunity focused. If I'm building a product, of course, I would put Vivix and Vitalizer and those types of videos over here, 180. Whatever videos you want to pick, you pick the video that comes up first. You pick the video that comes up outside, and then really you've got your social networking links. You've got a business card, and also if you put this page on your Facebook and something, when they type in request information, this would send you an email, and of course you can see it take them to my Shaklee website as well. So this is again another feature that people get that are on the monthly service, is it gives them a page that they can send people to that it really allows them to look at some prospecting information, but it doesn't go through and give you any of the detailed ability like your normal Shaklee site is, which that's one thing I love about it, is people can actually go to that site and shop. So we're not replacing any of that functionality, but we do have a really nice place for you to showcase the video or the presentation information you want, and that's built in the site. So again, the personalized web page is going to give you, I use that in my email signature, and so when someone visits my site, I do get that nice video tracking of all the activity, so I can see exactly when someone clicks on it, what videos they watch, kind of judge what their interest level might be. So that's the communication in the Fast Tracker, and as I said, I knew we would be covering a lot in our 30-minute segment today. So what we're going to be doing next time is I'm going to be going through and we're going to be doing some detailed training on just the Fast Tracker section. But what I want to encourage all of you on the line today is to go ahead and get online, play with the site. Everyone should register for the site. Just go to ftalliance.com and click register, join. Again, you can join for free, and you have access to everything we have on the team. And then if you want to use this for an accountability tool to send out emails and things, of course, it's a much more sophisticated system with the contact management. Absolutely do that. All you need to do is just basically sign up for the Fast Tracker section. It's $9.95 a month, and there's a yearly fee as well to get a discount as well if you want to do that. And that gives you access to all the videos and all the technology from the Fast Tracker section. So again, we're going to do a Q&A section on our next call and some detailed training. Today's session was really going to be a 30-minute overview of all the new things we brought to the website. So again, thanks to all of you guys that are online and joined us today. We'll be taking this call, and if it's recorded, we'll be putting it on the Fast Track Alliance website. So if you've got people on your team you need to share it with. And, of course, the main thing, if you got questions, you can call me at the number on your screen or just send an email to jim@fulford.me, and I'll be glad to get back to you and answer any questions you got on the website. So thanks for joining us today, everyone. This is Jim Fulford signing out, and you guys have an awesome